So what I'm going to look at there is the Leaving Cert Ordinary Level 2019, Paper 1, Question 9. So, Avril has a website. For a certain period of time, the total number of registered users for that website, U of M, can be estimated by the following formula. So U of M is equal to 3000 all multiplied by 1.8 to the power of M, where M is the number of months from when the website was launched. Use the formula to estimate the number of registered users 8 months after the website was launched. Okay, so there's loads of information there and it looks complicated, but it's not really, because all you need to do is M is the number of months. The only variable here is M. So all I need to do is I need to take the formula, and instead of putting in M, I'm going to put in the number of months, which in this case is 8. Okay, so they want to know what it's like after 8 months. So U of 8, we'll say. U of 8 will be equal to 3000 all multiplied by 1.8 all to the power of 8. Okay, and again, that might look complicated, but all we need to do is just type that straight into the calculator and we'll get an answer of 330,598.8173. Okay. So they want to know the number of registered users. Obviously, you can't have 0.817 of a person, so we'll just round that off there to approximately 330,598 users. Okay. And the reason why I rounded off to 8 is because if you think about it, these all represent users. There's no such thing as 0.8 of a user. So if you'd done that, you would have got 5 marks for that question, right? One thing to note here is on the marking scheme that year, if you put down 3,300, so I'll just put that down underneath here as well. Or if you had said 3,305.99 users, you also got 5 marks. Okay, so let's look at Part B. Part B, there are 31,493 registered users at the end of a particular month. Estimate how many users there will be 1 month later. So what they're actually testing here is your understanding of the actual formula that we have here. So you can see here that this is increasing by an index. So that means that every time this grows, it's grown by multiplying it by 1.8. So I'm just after filling this in here so you can see. And I just want you to develop understanding of how it's growing year on year. So the first, or month and month I should say, the first month was 3,000 multiplied by 1.8. The second month was 3,000 multiplied by 1.8. And because it's been squared, I can say that's the same as 1.8 times 1.8. The third month would be 3,000 multiplied by 1.8 multiplied by 1.8 multiplied by 1.8. So you can see each month as it grows, what's actually happening is you're multiplying by 1.8 to go from 1 month to the next. Okay, so if she had this much in a particular month, estimate the amount of users you would expect to have 1 month later. So 1 month later, we'd have to multiply that by 1.8 and we'd end up with the following. So 31,000, okay, 31,493 multiplied by 1.8 gives you an answer of 56,687.4. So the answer there would be 56,687. And if you had got that, you would have scored 5 marks for that question. So that brings us on to Part C. So, in part C, it says users can register free of charge on the website. Through advertising, Avril earns 0.0012 euro each month for each user who is registered. How much would she earn in a month when there are 600,000 registered users? Okay. So all we need to do is we need to take if every registered user earns her 0.0012 euro, then obviously what I need to do is I need to multiply 600,000 by 0.0012. And if I do that, I get an answer of 720. So the answer there was 720 euro. And that there was worth 5 marks. Part 2 of that question says Avril earned €1,285.37 for a particular month. How many registered users did the website have in that month? Okay. So we know how much she earned. Okay. And we know how much she earns per member. We just don't know how many members there was. So to find out how many members there was, what we need to do is we need to form an equation. So the number of members that month, we'll just call that X for now, multiply by 0.012 cent per member, gave her an income of 1,285.37. Now, we've formed the equation. So if she had one member, she'd get 1 times this. If she had 2 members, she'd get 2 times this. If she had 10 members, she'd get 10 times this. Similar to the last time when she had 600,000, it was 600,000 times 0.012, and that gave her her income. So I'm expecting this to be much bigger than 600,000 because her income is much bigger than 720. So to find out what X is equal to, what I need to do is I need to divide the left hand side by 0.012 to get X by itself. So X is by itself if I divide this side by 0.012, but I have to make sure I do the same to the right hand side. So I've got 1,285.37, and what I need to do is I need to divide it by, by 0.012. 0012, I should say. And if you do that, you should get an answer there of X is equal to 1071141.667. Okay, so just put in my little commas there so I can see. So how many registered users did the website have in that month? And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to say that the answer for that month was 1071, so 1,071,142. Well, 41 even. Okay, because I'm just going to round that off. There's no point in rounding it up because I can't have 0.6 per person. Okay, and if you had done that year, that was worth 10 marks. So part 3. A web design company charges Avril €80 per month to maintain and host the site. How much will Avril make or lose in month 4 and in month 12 from the website? So what we need to do is we have to see how much she's going to earn first of all, okay? So we've got U of M is equal to 3,000 times 1 plus 8 all to the power of M. And again, this is to determine how much she's going to make in that month. So if we said U of 4, we would get 3,000 all multiplied by 1.8 all to the power of 4. That gives us U of 4 equals, we'll end up with 31,492.8. So that's, we could say there that would be, how many users would that be? That would be for U of 4, the number of users would be, we'll round it off to 33. So 41,493 users. So that's the amount of users we'd expect her to have after 4 months. Well, after 4 months, yeah. Now we need to find out how much she'd make off those users. So we take the 31,493 and we multiply it by the 0.0012 because that's how much she makes per user, right? So that ends up being 37.7916. So we can round that off to approximately 37.79 euro that month. Okay. Now, we know that she's paying 80 euro a month to have someone running the website for her. So if it's 80 euro per month and she only earned 37.79, then she actually made a loss that year of 42.21. So we could just write down there loss of 42.21. Okay, in a very similar fashion, we could do the same for this for month 12 over here. So U of M is equal to 3,000 all multiplied by 1.8 all to the power of M. So to calculate the number of users that she has, U of 12 will be equal to 3,000 times 1.8 all to the power of 12. So U of 12 will be equal to 3,470,494.144. Okay, so we can say there that U of 12, we'll say, is equal to 3,470,494 users. And we know that each of those users will gain her 0.0012. So we'll have to multiply that to find out how much she earns. 3,470,494 all multiplied by 0.0012 tells us how much she earned, and how much she earned there was 4,164.59. Okay, so to calculate how much she earned after she paid for the person to run her website, she would have made 4,164.59. Take away the 80 euro cost to run the website, and she's left with a profit there of 4,084 euro and 59 cents. So she has a profit of 4,084.59. And if you got both those out there together, you would have got 10 marks for that question, that part of the question. So that brings us to part D. Okay, so part D. It says, another web design company in the UK offers to host and maintain her website for £55 sterling per month. Avril used the exchange rate on a particular day to find out how much it would cost in euro. She finds that it would cost 62.70. Find the exchange rate for €1 on that day. Give your answer to 4 decimal places. So what we need to do is we need to write out the facts that we know. So we know that in terms of pounds, £55 sterling is equal to €62.70. What we're trying to find is how much €1 is equal to. Okay, so we're looking to find out what €1 is equal to. So what we need to do to find out what €1 is equal to is we need to divide this by 6270. Okay, but if we divide the right hand side by 6270, we have to do the same on the left hand side and divide that by 6270. So if we put down 55 divided by 6270, and what you'll find there is that €1 will be equal to 0.87719 298 pounds, obviously. So, and to give your answer to 4 decimal places, so the answer there will be, if I have to go back 4 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4, draw your line, look at the number that follows. Because it's greater than 5, then that means that rounds up. So my answer will be 0.8771 or 0.8772. Okay, and if you'd got that correct that year, you would have actually got 5 marks for that part. €0.877